Well, I want to add my congratulations to Cory Gardner and Steve Daines and others on a very big bipartisan accomplishment here in the Senate. This is legislation that's been bottled up for a long time, something that's long overdue, and I can tell you as someone who represents a state where Next Agriculture, the travel industry, is one of our top industries in South Dakota in terms of our economy. We're looking forward to seeing the backlog of maintenance that's necessary at places like Mount Rushmore and Wind Cave and the Badlands gets dealt with. And so this legislation will do that. The President is coming to Mount Rushmore on the 3rd of July for the fireworks out there, so we're anxious to host him and also to the work that will get done through this legislation. But it's an example again of the Senate being open for business. We're doing important work. This is a major piece of bipartisan legislation, and of course there are so many other things going on in the Senate this week. We have eight hearings dealing with oversight of COVID, and in fact in about 15 minutes the Finance Committee is going to be examining the issue of unemployment insurance. The Help Committee is going to be looking at reopening our schools. There are hearings dealing with procurement, reimbursement issues, all those sorts of things going on here, in addition to moving the Great Outdoors Act this week. So, and then the issue of nominees. We're going to vote on the Chief of Staff for the Air Force here in just a few minutes on the floor of the Senate. Important national security position. So the Senate continues to do its work and continues to look at not only what we have done so far, but what we might have to do in the future when it comes to virus relief. But if you look at what's happened, the leader pointed out great jobs report last week. I think that's evidence that the steps that the Senate has already taken. The PPP program has been hugely successful. In my state of South Dakota alone, we've had 21,000 businesses benefit to the tune of $1.6 billion. And I think a big reason why we are seeing the economy, see encouraging signs at least in our economy, is because of the many of these policies having the desired effect. We look forward to continuing that work. It's important that we get it right, and the Democrats obviously, if it were up to them, they would have passed another $3 trillion out there without knowing what the need is or how what we've done so far has worked. We want to make sure that we get this right and that we are being responsible stewards of the taxpayers' dollars, knowing that every dollar that we spend is a borrowed dollar. And so we want to make sure that we are doing this in an effective and efficient way, the one that maximizes the return to the American taxpayer.